The warmth of family. Let's go. They are equal of any man, not beast, to be tamed. Moreover, Ronic are sensitive, though we may treat their injuries or brush their coats to keep them hale. They must ever be free to follow their instincts and seek lands where they might thrive. Hetsaru would never cage them, and neither should we. To control their migratory patterns or capture those who wander too close to the tracks is out of the question. Then it is particularly important to advance our original line of inquiry. Fortunately, we are able to visit the Ronic's once favored grazing grounds. As we were told, the grass looks fine, but the place is too quiet. It's not just the Ronic, even the birds and the field mice have fled. We did encounter one park if it could territory, but blah blah blah. Wow. I can't read. Though the Hetsaru would have surely put two and two together were the cause geological, I measured the area's ether to be certain. There was indeed nothing to suggest recent environmental disruption, but I did notice one anomaly. One of the raptors we saw looked like it had bite taken out of its tail by something with very large fangs. It couldn't be. A Tuhetsu? Ronic Reaver. In the common tongue, our people have several names for such creatures. Fangs that steal Hetsu in the night is another evocative one. Ronic can fend off many predators with their horns, but not the Tuhetsu. Their scales are tough as adamant and neither horn nor arrow. A well-toothed carnivore with an unusually tough hide. I cannot recall any such fauna in this region. They usually roam the wilds in the northeast, and most herds keep well clear of them. I can't tell you why this one is so far from home, and it's packed both. In any case, I believe the source of the Ronic's consternation is clear. As it is our next move, we must drive the Reaver away, that they might return to their grazing lands in peace. Never fear, we will make certain that the beast threatens you no more. Oh, a quest, how nice. The Ronic Reaver is a clear threat to the local population. We cannot allow it to roam unchecked. But it won't do for us to go running off in search of it without having made proper preparations, and if others returning from across the plain have spotted it, they may be able to inform us of its recent behavior and where it might be found. Uh-oh. Here we go. Here we go. Let's get him. Turn that down just a little bit. A little bit loud. Attack! Oh. A giant alligator. Oh, shoot. Nice. Still didn't find the big boy yet. I apologize for constantly clearing my throat. Ding, 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 We'll get him. Oh, wow. Hey, we killed it. To know that the Hetsu are safe is more than enough. Yet, would it be wrong to hope that in protecting them we also avenged my parents? It is the least I owe them after all this time. I thank you for standing by me as Dawn's servant and as the oft and perfect man beneath that mantle. Now let us return our attention to the matter we came here to address, shall we? We have removed the root cause of the Roanoke straying from their favored grazing and obtained the tools to devise an additional precautionary measure, a silent whistle, as it were. The whistle must be capable of emitting pulses of ether strong enough that they will shy away from the tracks on instinct, yet not so strong as to drive them into a panic. If we can achieve this, it will be a far sight better than a traditional whistle, more effective and less stressful for the creatures themselves. Let us return to Shaloni Station and begin work on it. Then, while Lika and his crew will doubtlessly be relieved to finally have a solution. And off we go. Near. You look pleased about something. Good news for the railroad, I take it? So the Roanoke were avoiding a predator, smart ones they are, and Val Kona's not too bad himself. What with this whistle idea, sit tight, we'll have this train on the tracks before you know it. Big train. It's a tiny train. And there's one on the tracks. Huh. The whistle worked. For a while there, we were real worried that we'd never get the railroad running again. But now that the test drive was a success, we can breathe easy and start hauling people to and from the dome. First Shaloni and then the continent. Watch out, Zaktural. Here we come. I share the sentiment, but we've got a mountain of work ahead of us to ensure smooth operations. Time to get back to it. The efforts of all here today have not gone unnoticed. Once more, I thank you. As for our own work, I trust you can handle matters in Alexandria Lamati. Complete. Well, it's possible that Shale's made some headway by now, and regardless, we should spread word that the railroad's been restored for service. Shale, what do you have her working on? Roja's mother. I'd feel the same in his shoes, have felt the same. Some questions are painful to leave unanswered. There's no cause to look at me like that. We may. Oh my god, I can't read. Oh my god. Speaking of things you're carrying, is that a teeny tiny. What? No. It is merely a token from Alexandria. Our friends in Oblivion would not take no for an answer, and I thought it is a good souvenir as any. Whatever you say, for what it's worth, I think it's a very nice way to bring her with you on your travels. Yes, well, you're off to the dome now, aren't you? I thought I might join you for a time, see if there's aught I can do for the people there. Much changed though it is, I still consider it my home. Of course, we can give you the full story on the way. Back to solution 9. A simple yet elegant solution, and thus the railroad back in operation. Oh, it's Ishtola. I'm interrupting something, I gather. Why, Ishtola, what brings you here? I've seen enough of the gate and the sky deep connote for now, so I'm moving my investigation to living memory. While there, I thought I would do well to have the company of an expert on electrope. I'd like to take a closer look at the place myself. I can join you once we've finished here. Lest you fear I've forgotten, once I've made headway with living memory, the key in your keeping shall be the next subject of my scrutiny. Better to know, a profound response for one so young. Though I wish he didn't have to be, Gululja is indeed wise beyond his years. Yet one never outgrows the need for dependable companions. It is fortunate that he has you. Thank you, Shale. Because of you, I got to hear my mother's whole story. You heard it because you were brave enough to listen, Gululja. If you remember one thing, remember that. Now then, having shared that what I can at present, I am ready to head to living memory when you are. I am planning to be thorough, so we will need to stop for supplies on the way. That said, I promise we won't remain over long. I know we all have much and more to attend to. For now, farewell. A word before you leave? Our network's already spreading word of the railroad. We expected people would be clamoring to get in the first train back. Yet the reaction's been the polar opposite. Scant few seem inclined to depart Alexandria anytime soon. When we spoke before, you said many from Tulial were eager to reunite with friends and family. Maybe they were concerned about getting through Vanguard? If so, we could take turns accompanying them. In any case, we need to speak with the people ourselves. Let's start at Laynid 9. There may be people still gathering in Praxis Park. Let's try there first. What is happening? Well, that got good. Odd indeed. Huh. Interesting. It couldn't have been Sveen. She should have been destroyed when the Meso terminal shut down. Without a single Alexandrian to bear witness, presented with an identical figure claiming to be their beloved queen, 'tis no surprise that they would choose to believe she's alive. What is troubling, however, is their denial that the funeral was held in her honor. 'Tis as if their memories have been erased. Given that the members of Oblivion remain unaffected, that was likely the work of the regulators, but by whose design? Someone smart enough to play at being the queen of reason. In that guise, even if someone suspects deception, most of Alexandria will be on her side. We need to find out who she really is. While I agree wholeheartedly, we would avoid drawing more attention than we already have. We must be patient until Oblivion's network turns up a lead, or until our self proclaimed queen makes her next move. Hmm. Well, that seems to be the end of the story, but there is other things to do. Chronicles of a New Era, Echoes of Vanity. Let's go do that one. That is going to be here. So that's the end of the main story. That was pretty quick. Didn't take very long to do that. What, like 3.5 hours? And that's reading everything? Time for some Final Fantasy XI vibes. Thank you for coming. Truth be told, I was unsure if I was right to call on you, but the troubles we now face cannot be overcome with our strength alone. It all began when we found a fallen traveler in the Skydeep Sea Note. For a mercy, his wounds were not life-threatening. His kind and is not a common sight in these lands, tall and slender of build, with pointed ears. He has yet to awaken, but speaks in his sleep of strange things that make little sense to us. It was our hope that you might recognize something in his ramblings, or perhaps even jog his memory once he regains consciousness. Might you be willing to speak with him? Eorzea, the traveler stirs. Very good. If you could be so kind as to bring him here. Uh-oh. The Elvins of Final Fantasy XI. Wearing the gear. We are glad to see you awake and in good health. Besides, may I ask your name, traveler? My name, I'm sorry, I can't remember. It would seem the fall has affected his memory. In any case, his presence here is a complete mystery to us. His armor, the only hint as to whence he came. Does anything about him strike you as out of the ordinary? I remember I'm an elven adventurer. And you're Mamulja. Could it be I've come to Mamuk? Wait, if I'm a Mamuk, then I must have been taken prisoner. To so readily believe us enemies, perhaps he comes from a land unfamiliar with our customs across the salt. Why, what's happened? Gulja's shade has returned. It's been sighted near Gokdrak descent. Bakuljaja has engaged the apparition, but I fear the worst. The vow of Resolve's companion from the east of the Brotherhood, I suspect you would understand the graveness of the situation better than most. In recent days, the late Dawn Servant Shade has been seen wandering the woods of Yaktal. I have reason to believe it was invoked in like manner to the one used in the feat. Only a privileged few of Bonewa should be privy to the knowledge required to perform the rite. The culprit will be found in time, but we've a more pressing matter at hand now. I must hurry and inform the Landsguard Bakuljaja requires reinforcements. The Dawn Servant's shade, I fear he may not hold until the guard assembles. I am loath to ask such a favor, but would you aid Bakuljaja in his battle? I'm in your debt. Gokdrak descent is the best of west of here. Please go and help my son. Here we go, flying. As it remixes into another song. Hey, it's all the way over here? Okay, whatever. Don't think I could have teleported over there. Dun, dun, dun. Ah. Interesting that this would be part of this. Pathetic, and you dare call yourselves blessed siblings. Not bad. You might actually prove a challenge. If you've come to help, best stay on your guard. He's not alone. In the world? What's this? Another monster in need of slaying? Don't worry, I'll send them packing. Alright, so this is pretty awesome. Prish. Haha, looks like I win. What is going on here? I'm guessing word of the Dawn Servant's shade is what brought you here. I don't know what the girl has to do with all this, but clearly she aligned with whoever summoned them. The way remains open, though there's no telling where it leads. Even so, they can't be allowed to return. We've duty to protect the forest, and I'll not see it torn apart by some two-headed imposter. Let's hurry after them, brother. Watch over that one, won't you? Now the fun begins. This is going to be awesome. I can't wait to do this. Come on, come on, come on, come on. And Final Fantasy XI music. Oh boy. I played that game for so long. Everything's still hazy, but I recall fighting alongside that girl. We were comrades in arms, I think. But something has clearly wrong with her. She's not only mistook me for a monster, but she called her two-headed companion Olmia. The Olmia I know is an elven woman, a far cry from the reptilian fiend we encountered. Something dark has taken hold of her, clouded her mind. I have to go and... You would put yourself in harm's way for my sake? Thank you. I recognize that look. The eyes of a man who's seen more than their fair share of battle. Despite what Prisha has done, she was a dear friend of mine. I'm fairly certain. Have care, friend. There's no telling what lies beyond the portal. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, yeah. This is going to be awesome. Before I go in, I need to clear my inventory. Let's go to... Is there a quick way? No. I'm just going to get rid of it. Don't worry about it. Actually, no. Let's just go ahead and go turn some stuff in real quick for seals. And then I'll come back. This is going to be so fun. Okay, expert delivery. And then I'm going to go put these materia up. So I have room for inventory. Okay. Nope. Here. Materia. Trust. There we go. Sell. Viper. I guess sell this. I'll hold on to it. I think that should be enough inventory space. Let's go here. Duty. And Juno. 23 minutes. Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, I guess while I wait, I will do this. Before I get more stuff, let me sell this and this. I don't need that. Complete. I'll be right back. Oh, I hope that wasn't loud. Shoot. Okay. Turn this stuff in. I don't think I can do anything with this. I can't even desynthesize it or trade it. It says I can sell it. Put the free company buffs up. I should have had seal sweetener on. Boo. Okay. Now I have to wait. Let's see. Can I do anything while I wait? Dark Knight. Make a Dark Knight weapon. Do I not have one? 70 Dark Knight. 70. 70. I have plenty of weapons, but don't have Dark Knight stuff. I could have sworn I at least had a weapon. Let's make a weapon. See, while we're waiting, what level is it again? I'm not worried about special recipes. Dark Knight's level 30. Jeez Louise, it's so low. Dark Knight, Dark Knight, Dark Knight. Wait. Is there not a level 30? Oh my gosh, do I have to get like the base weapon for Dark Knight? Wait, is this the Zentazuken? Oh, it's a smaller one. Interesting. Oh wow, that was fast. I just returned back to Paladin. Oh heck yeah. This is gonna be awesome. Oh, fun. And we're in Juno. Final Fantasy XI. Oh boy. Oh man, we can't go into the shops or anything? I love the music. It's awesome. Oh shoot, I'm dying. Dang. Brings me back hardcore. Makes me want to play 11 again. I would assume you want to stay away from his butt. Yeah, that's what I thought. Ow. Explosion. Explosion. Shit. I mean, crap. I was not expecting that. Instant death? Ugh. No typing at the same time. Oh, heck yeah. Dude. And they're playing the music. Dude, this is so cool. Oh boy. Oh, here we go. Final Fantasy XI. Who is it? Of course. The Shadow Lord has returned. Hard fight. Ow. I died. I don't want to die. Front. Right. Front. Or front, right, front. Front. Right. Front. Front. Right. Left blast. Right blast. You did. Oh yeah. Oh, cool. So awesome. Can they really be trusted? I should know better than to judge people based on their appearance. It's fine, we're an intimidating specimen. I'm Prish, by the way. Nice to meet you. What were your names again? I don't know where you're from, but I can tell I'd love to visit. Can't say I've ever seen anyone quite like you before. If you're done with the small talk, would you mind explaining why you attacked us? What in the world are you talking about? Don't play the fool with us. You were spouting nonsense about us being Tarus and nearly killed a man on your rampage. A friend of hers, you say? That's all well and good, but she was addressing Golojaja's shade with that name. The incantations needed to summon it are said to be based on a much older magic, one capable of clouding people's minds. If our enemy is skilled enough to summon Golojaja, stands to reason such tricks are not beyond them. Meaning young Prish here was likely tricked into believing the shade was this Ulmia person. What? Juno, at least I think this is Juno. There was never anything like that here before. It's mostly empty, but there are a few people lingering about. If you know where to look, maybe they can tell us something. Go with Prish and see what you can learn of this place and the whereabouts of that shade. We will remain here and keep watch on this rift. Right then, let's have a look around. Oh, and we should probably stop by the Tenshodo as well. It's in the back of the Neptune Spire across the way from the fountain. My gosh. I love this. If you wish to have Prish accompany you again, return, speak with her. Hold on, I want to walk around for a second. Let's see if the way to where you change your gear, it's back here. Let me see if you can still get back here. Oh no! There's a door there. I have to go here anyways. We can go to oh, I forgot what it's called. The area with all the worms and stuff. Can't say I've seen you sort around here before. Where are you from, stranger? That is a thief. Wearing a scorpion harness. I forgot the name of the hat. It's been a long time since I played 11. Most folks passing through hail from Sandoria, Bastock, or Windhurst. Considering the present state of Juno, though, seems strange is becoming a common occurrence. I'd be lying if I said I'd heard of your homeland either, but that's not important right now. At times like this, we need to know who can be trusted. Interesting. Let's see. Holy moly, man. It's weird being in Juno. Okay, this is cool. You're new to Juno, aren't you? I can't tell by the way you were taking in the sights. The city was built upon Heaven's Bridge connecting the two great continents of Quan and Mandartia. You'll find there's an upper and lower level, a port, and the administrative plaza of Rolude Gardens. Oh my gosh. At least you would have before. All ways in of Juno appear to be blocked or cut off. The situation here is worse than I thought. The magic cloak. Oh good, I was hoping to run into you two. I don't wish to be overly forward, but why were you speaking with that Mamulja earlier? More importantly, what was it doing here? They would never dare adventure beyond the shores of Aroldja unless my gods has Golja laid siege to At-Urgun? Is Juna next to fall? I don't know anything about sieges or invasions, but the Mamulja over there is a friend of mine. There ain't nothing for you to worry about. The poor man's probably more confused than we are about all this. Whatever's happening here, these people are just as bewildered as we are. We would go back and find Bakujaja, see if he's noticed anything. Returned at last, with answers, I hope. So we're truly in this Juno, as she says. But I've traveled all over Tyrol and never heard of a Juno or Sandoria or any of the other places. What in Atlanta's name is Tyrol? I thought all you Mamulja are from Adulja. Frisch, you're all right. And she has you to thank, I'm sure. Well, thanks for caring, I guess. And who are you exactly? What? I've never seen him before in my life. How can you say such a thing? I mean, you do look like the sort I might know, but I'm drawing a blank. What was the name, mister? Ah, my name is... You must be the one they found wounded in the Skykeep C note. Well, we have to call you something. How about Alxal? Vagabond in the Mamucha tongue. Though it may be closer to adventurer in Dragoon's Eorzean. Nicely chosen, brother. That does have a rather nice ring to it. So where are we exactly? Juno, or at least a close approximation. Surely you remember this place, don't you? It does feel familiar. What's so special about this place anyway? And where did that dang shade get off to? Bah, none of this makes any sense. My, what a vexing predicament. Hey, that's the one that put me under a spell. I'm sure of it. So that Bonewa yet lives. What are you doing here? As you found me in a generous mood, I thought I might enlighten you as to the nature of this place. That is why you've come, isn't it? The young lady is correct. This is the Grand Duchy of Juno. I never said this is the real one. It is an imitation, a rather convincing one, I might add, which I created based on visions of another world. You built this? That I did. While you and yours were holding the Dawn Servant's coronation, Zerolja and I ventured to the gate of the Golden City. Everything was proceeding as planned. The gate key was in our possession, the power to reshape the world within our grasp, or so I thought. In the eyes of the resilient sun, I was but a useless tool to be cast aside. By all rights, I should have died when he struck me down, but once the chamber was empty, the gate still open, I saw my chance. What I found when I dragged myself across the threshold was an emptiness, a space beyond time. It was there in this dark expanse I beheld another world. That world was called Vanadil. What a load of rubbish. As if anyone would believe that everything and everyone here is a little more than one of your toys. As I said, everything you see here is of my creation. Much like we fashioned a phantom of Gaulja for the feature of the Brotherhood, I was able to use our ceremonial tools to breathe life into my visions of Vanadil. Under normal circumstances, my conjurings only have strength enough for a brief clash. With that stone, however, my magics are capable of so much more. Isn't that what Zerolja used to build his army? Electrope, he called it? Electrope, you say? If you know its name, then I trust you also know these stones are possessed of immense power. Power enough for my creations to persist for as long as I please. Fortunate then that World Between Worlds was filled with structures made from Electrope, more than I could ever hope for. Wait, if everything we see here, everything we believe was from Vanadil, is of your making, then am I? You, yes. Well, a trivial thread in the tapestry of my grand designs. And what wondrous weave it will be, made possible by the endless possibilities gleaned in the Walk of Echoes. The memories buried there are those remnants of echoes will shape my dreams into reality. I once believed that dream lay in the resilient sun, but by my hand Tural will have the greatest ruler the world has ever known. I've made an admirable start, but my work is far from finished. Very soon I will draw upon the echoes once more to summon the greatest beings of Vanadil, and their strength will be made one with this magnificent shade. The reason and resolve which built the nation of Tuliol matched with the uncompromising tyranny that commanded the Mamulja of that world. Hmm. Just when I thought things couldn't become more complicated, making sense of Alexandria was trouble enough. But now we have this Vanadil to deal with as well. I can only imagine how Prish and Alexal must be feeling. Mm. But you should be the one to explain what happened out there in Yuktel. Not simply from another territory, but another world entirely. That explains much of the initial confusion between us. My apologies for any trouble I may have caused, and thank you for taking me in. Different worlds, and yet we seem to have so much in common. I cannot help but wonder what it is that links the two together. What indeed? You mistook us for the Mamalja of your Vanadil when we first met. May I ask what they are like? Nothing at all like you and yours, even if they do bear a striking resemblance. There was a time when all the people of Vanadil, the Mamalja included, knew peace. But a tyrant possessed of a terrible power claimed rulership over the Mamalja and turned them against us. Before we realized it, we were at war. A tale similar to ours in a way, though where few of us born with two heads grow to be immensely powerful. That power was used to justify our preeminence over all others. But that's not who we are anymore. We can be better than our forebears. We will be better. All of our hard work will be for nothing if Sarulja succeeds in seizing the throne. Well, you'll not want to aid for stopping him, I promise you that. I don't need to know who I am to know the right thing to do. My blade is yours. On my honor as an adventurer of Vanadil, we will put an end to Sarulja's schemes. If he were here, I'm sure he'd have done the same. Right then. We can worry about whether or not I'm real another day. I'm not going to stand around and let this Sarulja piss all over the memories of my home. So you can count me in too. Don't think you can forget about us. This all started in Yuktal, and we have a duty to keep our forest safe. Sarulja has left us without a trail to follow, but it's only a matter of time before he reveals himself to challenge Dragoon once more. If you're to be ready, I think it's prudent the two of you learn more of our world. An excellent idea, brother. We should start with Tulial and see to our town preparations while we're there. If you would meet us at the dirigible landing, we will see Prish and exile to Tulial. Those balloon-powered airships are really something. I didn't expect the flight to be so smooth. So this is Tulio. Before I forget, I couldn't help but notice how much you seem to know about me. Is there anything else you remember? I'm afraid I don't, and as you don't recognize me either, perhaps we weren't acquaintances after all. What I know of you was likely overheard in a tavern somewhere, patrons sharing stories of your famed exploits. I see. Well, I'll leave it at that then. Now, where to begin? Brother, would it not be wise to first surprise the Landsguard of what happened, or would you prefer another stern lecture from the Vow of Reason? Ugh, I'd sooner rip off our tail. Fine. Could you keep them occupied while we see to the Landsguard? Maybe take them to eat or something? Ah, I know. Take them to Aunt Ty's to simple her tacos here for the first meal of yours we spoiled. And just so we're clear, we're not expecting to earn your forgiveness. No amount of good deeds will ever undo our past. But there's always time to build a better future. When you get there, tell her we sent you. She'll see that you're taken care of. Where are the tacos? You're still yawning, jeez. They really like tacos. I thought nothing could match the rich flavor of our tacos back home, but the spice seasoning of this meat is something else. Push is taking the lead, but we won't be outdone, surely. It was almost like a taste of home. Tavnasia. Man, if they start adding like all the areas of Vanadil, oh, that'd be so awesome. 20 years ago, the land was gripped by a terrible conflict, the Crystal War. They called it, and it wasn't long before my home, Tavnasia, was drawn into the struggle. During their assault on the peninsula, the beastmen launched a weapon so powerful it sundered the land connecting us to the mainland. Those who survived fled to Tavnasian safehold. It wasn't much, but we were able to piece together a modest living down in those caves. You're an adventurer too, aren't you? Have any tales of daring you can share with us? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Traveling to other worlds and saving this one from the very embodiment of despair. Wait, really? You're not just an adventurer? You're a living legend? Sorry for the wait. There was much to apprise the Landsguard of, as well you know. That Sarilja was behind the stolen relics and the sightings of Goljaja was understandably difficult for them to hear. And yet there are others enticed by the rumors of a strange portal in the woods. I've heard some foolhardy treasure seekers have even gone off looking for it. A dangerous thought knowing Sarilja could show up at any time with more of those echoes. Which is why I'm going back to Juneau to make sure our people stay out of there. If you're going, then so are we. It beats sitting around waiting. All right, I'm going to take a quick break, and then I will be right back. Here we go. Back at it. Then let us make haste to Yaktao. Going back to Juno. Do 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 do. I only speak for myself, but the idea of running headstrong through a mysterious rift to God's nowhere in search of treasure seems absurd. Toral has no shortage of legends like the City of Gold to inspire would-be treasure seekers. No risk is too great if they believe their dreams can be realized. Efforts better sent on a more honest living, I'd say. Walking the noble path. In any case, whoever we find there, we have to get them out quickly. Back to Juno again. Not sure what switched back. Are there teleports down here? No. Just hang out here like the old days. When I jumped through that rift, I was expecting a dungeon or maybe a labyrinth, not whatever all this is. Can't see it's worth giving chase, but he ran off south if you mean to go after him. Came looking for some fancy trinkets too. Well, feast your eyes on this. The Electrope. We spoke with anyone who would listen, though a few were stubborn to heed our warnings. I take it you're the one that found this? I'm sorry, but we can't let you leave with that stone. It's too dangerous. You expect me to just hand it over? Bah. This isn't Tuliel. You have no authority here. I found it, and I'm keeping it. This is for your own good. Put the stone down and walk away, or else. Careful, brother. Lay a hand on him, and the vow of resolve will never let us hear the end of it. We couldn't help but overhear you're selling an artifact found in these ruins. Whatever this gentleman's willing to pay. Explaining the circumstances surrounding this place would likely take more time than we can afford. Ah, of course. Why not hold an auction for the stone? An auction? That would certainly simplify matters. It would save you the trouble of bargaining with all interested parties separately and incentivize them to pay you handsomely lest they be outbid. Fine by me, but I'll only be accepting payment in gil. This money I'll be taking with me overseas, where can I finally live the life I've always wanted. Oh boy. Upon speaking with, you may also speak with the other prospective buyers to receive hints regarding their potential bids. Foreign merchants relieve of my stock. Few moon passed, and it's a good thing they did. 1,500,000 gil, and I was forced to spend half of it in preparation for this expedition. So 750. They're willing to pay 750. We win. We won the bid. It feels familiar. The Shadow Lord. There's no mistaking that deep and bitter malice. The stone must have served as a heart of the Shadow Lord's echo. He was being of pure hatred, responsible for bringing about the Crystal War. I was part of the company that would eventually bring his reign of terror to an end. You helped defeat the Shadow Lord? In any case, I will hold on to the Electrope. We should hurry back and speak with the Landsguard. If there's more you wish to know, perhaps I can be helped. I've heard a great many tales of a fiend from the bards who frequent the taverns here in Juneau. I've been waiting over yonder near the fountain for my companions to arrive, but you're welcome to speak with me until they do. A most welcome offer, though there is much to be said for a first-hand encounter with this echo in question. Perhaps we can revisit these tales another time after we've made certain no more treasure hunters can readily gain entry. Once again, we're left with nothing but time on our hands until Eorzea shows himself. I suppose there's no shortage of work to be done if we ask the Landsguard. You may be better served exploring Tural, familiarizing yourself with the land. It wouldn't do to find yourself lost when you're needing most. You're coming with me, Exal, and don't you dare say you're not interested. Any self-respecting adventurer would jump at a chance like this. I'll not deny the suggestions piques my interest. We warn you now, though, the wilds of Tural are rife with danger. It is no place for the unprepared. I welcome the challenge. Ah. I can hardly count the number of times Vanadil has been visited by some world-ending calamity, but no matter how dire things may have seemed, we always found a way through together. This will be no different, I'm sure of it. There's nothing we can do so long as we have each other. A band of adventurers barely met and united in the face of great peril. Just like old times. Are adventurers always so sentimental? Is that so terrible a thing? Hmm. Here he is. The moment we learn anything about Saralja's movements, I've asked him to contact you. Meanwhile, in the echo of Tuli. Shadow Lord showed promise, but Vanadil is a land of rich history. I needn't settle for those who are but blink of an eye in the annals of history. With the strength of the ancients, I will bring to all know the world to its knees. Time to change the house music. Time for the next set of normal raids. Pandemonium. Let's see, 10. Awarded under siege by colleagues. They demanded who a tiny running amok with holes in the pandemonium. We're going to pandemonium. Boom, 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 boom. They returned soon. Oh, is a miss, I hope. I see that Master Lahabrea has not softened. You've done well to endure his methods. Sometimes I feel he's become even more difficult were I not recently made privy to his true nature. I would have abandoned hope within moments. Such is his way of nurturing your talents, I suppose. I know he still aggravates me, but I have come to see that even our quarrels are a means to know him better, as a father and one of the 14 both. Ah, yes, I called you here because I had something to show you. Hey, miss, why are you so small? They asked me not to divulge their identity. I can see only that they have your best interests at heart. I happened to run into him at the Words of La Habrea. It was my first time speaking with him in the capacity as Elidibus, but he was friendly as ever. He told me of yet more beleg plants from the worlds of Halmorot, which he had escaped and taken root in a region designed for Lagrif creations, making proper assessments quite impossible. Themis was called upon to judge whether to switch testing grounds for convenience or uproot the unwelcome creations. So soon after returning from Pandemonium, he said he finds so much minor squabbles a welcome change. And of course, we spoke of Dragoon. Naturally, perhaps we can ask your admirer to make a likeness of him as well. As much as I would like that, I don't believe it would suit him. Unlike Themis and I, Dragoon isn't bound to his own small domain. I think he rather belongs to his entire star. To keep him or even an imitation confined here would feel wrong. Dragoon and Themis are both dear friends, and I need no tangible proof to be certain of our bond. Though I admit that it would be nice to have a reminder of it, at least one of them around. I'm glad to hear it. Okay, well, if anybody did watch this or has been watching this, I appreciate it and thank you very much. But this is going to be it for the live stream. I've pretty much done everything. There's quite a few other things I can do. There's the Pelopello quest. There is some Allied Society quests. So there's quite a few other things to do. But for right now, that's going to be it. Thank you again for watching and take care.